So it's hard. I don't know when like the right time to move in with like your partner is, but I think you could say when is too soon, maybe.
Yeah.
Because I think so many people nowadays, and this is again just my opinion, because there are so many people out here who are going to listen to this and think it's about them, and if you do think it's about you, it probably
is
is,
about you.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I think so many people are in like a rush to get to the next stage, it's like
Yeah.
so quickly, like so many people they date, and I really love the early stages of dating when you first meet someone. It's like that fireworks, that enjoyment. It's like, what do you like about them? Let's like, see what sparks off together. And then you build that slowly to understand more and more around each other. And then you come to that stage of like, hey, like, I really want to see you more. I think we should live together. I think it'd be awesome. I think we'd have such an amazing life. But so many people jump from A to B so quickly. They kind of like miss out on it. And I think it's sad because it's such a cool like experience to have. And it's like such a nice like journey to go on. So, that's
Yeah, I do think it's very, very situational when you mention about the jumping from one point to the other quite quick, and I think life experiences have an effect on that whenever people make that decision, and also I think their age as well.
Yeah.
I think someone sent that into my IG story, and I kind of agree with it. I think whenever you've had these life experiences and these fucking either great or shit relationships throughout your 20s, and you get to your late 20s and you may meet someone in your late 20s or start of your 30s, I think there's a level of all the bullshit that you'd have to figure out in your early 20s is completely gone. Like, you're not trying to figure out what you want and need from a relationship. You've already hopefully figured out that. You'd already figured out the key pillars of what you need from a partner. You know what your prerequisites are to even entertain someone through it in that dating stage. I think whenever you get through all of that shit and you get to your late 20s and your 30s, I think that's why you find that people, whenever they meet at that point of life, are able to, I guess, move forward a little bit quicker than you would do in your 20s. Because I think in your 20s, you're aware that you have so much time. Well, you think you have so much time, but it flies so quick.
I think you don't have the same like foresight as well.
Yeah,
when
you don't.
You're younger.
You don't. You're just experiencing life.
Shoot and run.
So much of your life is so new because in your early 20s, you've pretty much just left high school where you're so structured. Yeah. Then you go to uni and you're having all that. So much of life is so new, and the experiences you're now experiencing are so new. Probably the feelings that you're having in those relationships are so new because they'll be very different to high school. So when you go through all of that and you've experienced the up and downs and the highs and the lows, whenever you get to your late 20s and in your 30s, you're like, okay, I know exactly what I want. I don't need to go through all the bullshit, the game plan, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da. So I feel like that tricks people's minds into thinking, I'm ready to move in. But I tell you now, you're not.